Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and I'm from amandacrochets.com. In today's video I'm going to teach you how to make the iris stitch. This is a beautiful fan stitch, as you can see right here, and it also kind of reminds me of a shell stitch or a V-stitch. I'm going to go ahead and link my V-stitch tutorial below just in case you're interested in checking that out. But this is what the finished stitch is going to look like. So as you can see here, this is my iris stitch shawl, and I thought it turned out very nice and pretty, and I really like the way that the stitch looks. So let's go ahead and start with today's tutorial. So for today you're going to need a crochet hook. This crochet hook I'm using is an I 5.5mm crochet hook. This one in particular is the Clover and More. I'm going to go ahead and link this below just in case you're interested in checking this out. But this is one of my favorite brands of crochet hooks just because they're very soft and it makes crocheting a little faster, at least for me anyway. And then you're also going to need some worsted weight yarn. I'm just going to use some leftover Red Heart with Love, but you can use any worsted weight yarn that you like. So the first thing you need to do is make a slip knot. So yarn over your hook, pull the loop off your hook, and put that string right up and pull both ends. Okay, and then you want to insert your hook. So to make the iris stitch, you're going to need to chain a multiple of 5 plus 2. So that means you're going to chain 5 plus 5 plus 5 into your desired length. And then once you reach your desired length, you're going to add 2 more chains onto the end just to keep everything in balance. So for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to start with 27 chains. So to make a chain, you're going to do yarn over your hook and pull through that loop on your hook. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 24, 25, 26, and 27. So the next thing that you're going to do for row 1 is you're going to start in the 5th chain from your hook, and you're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, all in that same chain. So that loop on your hook doesn't count right here. You're going to count 5 chains from your hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So to make a double crochet, you're going to do yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops remain, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. So you're going to do that again in the same chain. Okay, next you're going to do a chain 1, and you're going to make 2 more double crochets in that very same chain. So again, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops remain, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the remainder 2 loops. Okay, and that is what your first iris stitch is going to look like. So to continue, you're going to skip 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3, and then in that very next chain you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, all on that same chain. So that's 1, 2, chain 1, 1, and 2. Okay, you're going to skip 3 more chains, 1, 2, and 3, and in that very next one you're going to do the same thing, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Definitely take your time with this stitch. It's a beginner stitch, but it might require a little bit of muscle memory in order to remember everything. So just take your time with it, as the results are absolutely beautiful. Skip 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then next one do the same thing. Oops. Okay, so this is what your row is going to look like so far. I'm going to go ahead and finish this row, and I will show you how to complete it when we meet back up. Okay, now that I'm coming to the end, as you can see here, you have 2 chains left. So then what you're going to do is here you're going to skip 1 chain, and that very last chain you're going to go ahead and just make 1 double crochet. And that completes row 1. So this is what your row is going to look like. So to start with row 2, you're going to do a chain of 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to turn. And you're actually going to be working in the chain 1 spaces from the previous row. So basically your iris stitch is going to sit on top of the stitch, and it's going to just grow that way. So you want to skip all of this section right here. So you're going to skip this double crochet, and then you're going to skip these 2 double crochets from your stitch from before, and you're going to work into this giant chain 1 space right here. So this chain 3 that you made is going to count as your first double crochet, or as your 1 double crochet at the end, and then you're also going to have a double crochet at this end as well to keep everything in balance. So to continue with this iris stitch, you're just going to simply do the same thing that you did in row 1, except that you're working in that chain 1 space. So right where my finger is, you're going to go into that whole space. You're not actually going to a stitch, you're just going to that space, and you're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So that's 2, chain 1, and then 2 more. So see how it sits right on top of each other just like that? Then you're going to continue, so you're going to skip all of this right here, and then the next chain 1 space you're going to do the same thing. Chain 2, double crochet, 2, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Alright, so continue that until the end of the row, and I will show you how to end it with that double crochet. Okay, so I'm coming up on the end of the row here. So this is your final chain, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets stitch right here. So then you're going to skip the 2 double crochets, and you're going to count up to the top of the chain, so 1, 2, and 3 right here, and you're going to make 1 double crochet in the top of that turning chain. And like I said before, that is going to keep everything in balance from the beginning to the end of your stitch. So this is what your 2 rows are going to look like. So to continue on with the iris stitch, you're going to simply repeat row 2 over and over again into your desired length. So let me pull out that shawl that I showed you before and show you exactly what it looks like. So as you can see, all the stitches are right on top of each other, just like so. And it creates a beautiful fan-like stitch, and I think it's very elegant, and I think it's very pretty. You can use this stitch for a variety of different projects, such as a scarf, a cowl, a blanket, and it has many uses, and I feel like it's a very simple stitch, yet it looks like a very advanced stitch. So go ahead and repeat row 2 over and over again into your desired length. Keep practicing until you get the hang of it. And again, this is what the completed iris stitch looks like once you make a couple more rows. So thank you so much for joining me today on how to make the iris stitch. Please like, comment, and subscribe to see all future videos by me. And if there's anything that you would like me to teach you or show you, please leave me a comment below and I will get back to you. Again, my name is Amanda and I'm from amandacrochets.com, and thank you so much for joining me on today's tutorial. Until the next video, bye!